Okay, today is the day we got the microwave. I don't know about you, but lately microwaves seem to be breaking very quickly. I just bought one from the store that was a counter microwave, and the door broke almost immediately. And unfortunately, when I looked at this microwave, I saw that it had 4 stars and over almost 1,500 reviews. And so based on that, I bought it. Well, today, right before it came, I decided maybe I should actually read the reviews. And what I found out is now what they're doing is getting fake reviews. And most of the good reviews that were 5 stars, almost all of them, said this review was collected from a promotion. Very tricky. Because when I started looking at the reviews that weren't collected from a promotion, they were terrible. They said that it broke right away, the numbers quit working, the door broke. So I'm a little upset because now I realize I bought a lemon. And I was really trying to buy a good microwave. So I'm not expecting this thing to work. If it does, I'll let you know. I'll put another comment in there. But within 7 months to 2 years, it breaks and becomes unusable. All right, so this is the microwave I bought. All right, opening the box. These are the patterns. Here's the little filters. I've never bought, I've always had my microwaves installed. I bought them from an appliance store. This time I thought, I'm gonna try this myself. See if I can install it. If you want to do this the proper way, which I didn't know because I didn't have the instructions. So how would you know? They're giving you information in here that you would have already had to have opened the box to get. So luckily you have this video so I can tell you before you open your box. Here's how to open the carton. If you haven't opened it yet and taken your microwave out, you want to open the top first. Remove your installation instructions, the exhaust adapter, the filters, the glass tray, the hardware bag. And it says don't remove the styrofoam. Fold back the 4 carton flaps fully and then carefully roll the oven over onto its top side and have it resting on the styrofoam. Then pull your box off. Pull the carton up and off. Then discard all the plastic. All right, so here's our pattern. They call it a template. Top cabinet template. This would go like that under the bottom of your cabinet. It's the top cabinet template. And you want to put this underneath your cabinet facing you and make the drill hole here for one supporting screw and the drill hole here for the other supporting screw and a hole for the power cord. Here are the installation instructions. Here's another template. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this is a rear wall template. Here is our installation instructions. It says that your cabinet needs to be at least 12 inches deep. Okay, good to know. That's for mounting space. It says Remove the 2 screws from the mounting plate. This plate will be used as the rear wall template. Oh, I see it. Okay, here's your mounting plate. See what it says next. It says find the wall studs. So we are still on number 1. We've done A, remove the carton, and we've done B, found our wall studs. C, determining wall plate location under your cabinet. So it says, draw a vertical line on the wall at the center of the 30-inch wide space of the 30 inches. Tape the wall template onto the wall, matching that center line.
All right, let me go ahead and take the template out.
All right, I think we can move on to D. Draw a horizontal line on the wall at the bottom of the rear wall plate template. But okay, I've done that. Drill 5/8 inch holes for the toggle bolts, but if the location of the hole is the same as that of a stud, then drill a hole 3/16 of an inch for a wood screw. Okay, number 2, B. Then I'm following the B directions. Recirculating non-vented ductless. B1, adapt the microwave blower for recirculation. Remove and save screws that hold the blower plate to the microwave. Lift up the blower plate. The exhaust adapter with damper is not needed. Remove screw holes, blower motor, and carefully pull out the blower unit. The wires will extend far enough to allow you to adjust the blower unit. Do not touch the blade. I adapt the microwave blower for recirculation. Roll the blower unit 90 degrees so that fan blade openings are facing towards the front of the microwave. Place it back and then make sure the wires are not pinched on this side. So you kind of have to wiggle it out this way. Those are the fan blade openings. So you want to roll the whole unit forward so those fan blade openings are pointing towards the front of the microwave. Okay, so now I'm dropping it back in to the casing. It says remove it and then close the blower door. Closing this metal door that bends here, so that's still gonna bounce, but you slide that metal piece on top so it's no longer back there. It's important to note how to put this piece in. See that arrow right there? Make sure that arrow is pointing towards the front of the microwave when you put this plate in. That's number 7 on B. Number 8 says secure the blower to the microwave using the blower retaining screws from step 1. What you need to do. You're going to put this one in the top, the little black one. Then you put this one on the back, the silver one, which holds the lid on. And then this one right here is holding the blower in place in its new position. B2, install the charcoal filter. It does come out. goes in like that at a diagonal. Don't lay it in there flat or it's just gonna fall all over the place in there. Yeah. Okay, so here's what you want to do. Make sure the tab is in down below. Push the whole thing in, snap it in, and then it needs to go a little bit to push it over to the right. Then you'll be able to close your door and put your 3 screws back in. That was step B2. Number 3 is our installation. Attach the mounting plate to the wall. So you'll see this plate in your hardware, and I believe this is just used when you're installing an exhaust because it has like a door on it that'll blow open. Okay, so these are your toggle bolts. They look like that. They're the smaller ones, and these are little toggle wings. Okay, so we have our mounting plate up, and that is step 3B. So there's the hole. I'm just gonna see if the plug fits through, and it does. So I used a 1 1/8 drilling bore for that. All right, everything went really smooth. I went ahead and ran an extension cord up there for now because the only plug that I have is down under the other cabinet. I'm gonna have an electrician come out and get some outlets moved and put in throughout the house. So eventually we'll have a dedicated plug up there in that cabinet for the microwave. It does work really well. It has a high and low light. There's the low and then off, and a fan. High. You can switch your fan to low or high with that button, high or low. This screen is really hard to see at night. Also, the OK start is kind of in a weird place. The stop you can't see at all at night. Otherwise, everything is working. There is no damage. Plenty big inside. One of the complaints about it was that it was extremely noisy. I have noticed a bit of clunking, which shouldn't be there. I've adjusted the plate a couple of times, and once in a while it just clunks. This microwave is not noisy. Okay, let's hit this 30-second button. The other thing is you have to hit the 30-second button and press start. As you can hear, that's not noisy. Totally normal. So sometimes I don't know if they're having other companies come in and make fake reviews as well, saying something's really terrible when it isn't. I haven't really found anything bad about this microwave yet. And the stop button, and it clears as well if you hit it twice. I wish the 30-second button just turned 30 seconds on. I don't like 30-second buttons where you also have to press start. Really happy. I think it looks really beautiful. It went up fairly easy because of the slots in the back. You were able to put the microwave on those slots and then just drill the holes in from the top, which support it from the top. You do need help putting the microwave up. It's very heavy. So make sure you have another person there helping you lift it up onto the mounting plate in the back. And then somebody's got to be up top making sure that the power cord is pulled into the cabinet and doesn't get pinched between the cabinet and the microwave when you're putting it up. You don't want to support it on the plate, so you have to have somebody holding it and supporting it while you're getting those mounting nuts in. And they just go right in. They're really good. If you follow the template, you should be fine. I had absolutely no problems installing this. It's just really wonderful. I'm pretty happy. I put my pot holder back up. It fits perfectly. So I'm pretty happy about that. And all is well. This project is done. I love this microwave so far. If it gives me problems down the road, which is the complaint from 7 months out to 2 years, that it just completely breaks and you have to buy a new one, I will let you know. Okay, bye-bye for now.